So welcome to Bunny's Designs. This is a live stream with live peoples having a natter in chat. It's recorded for Ustream.tv and also for YouTube for people to watch at their leisure. I'm working in my Johanna Basford's Christmas Color Book from last year, and I bought another one because it was reduced to £5 last year, and I thought, well, you sometimes when you change what you want to do, I thought my art would change for next Christmas, so I was intending the girls to wrap it up, so I'm just watching the bungle. And I thought I would alter the pages like I did last time, so I've traced a few and altered them and turned them over with just tracing paper and a very simple HB 2HB pencil, nothing too hard. But you don't need to scribble on cardboard and then, carbon paper, and you can do the same. The other thing you can do is use carbon paper, but I'm not sure how simple it is. You'd still have to trace it on tracing paper, so this way is not so bad. So bungle's just about to appear. So the beauty of this little isograph, Rotring 2000 isograph pen from Rotring with the Indian ink, thank you Bungle, thank you, is that it's almost the exact. You're going to sit there, are you? You're not going to sit there, Bungle, are you? You're going to sit there. Good boy. You're going to sit there? It's almost the same line as the original. So as long as we stay with Johanna's, and my hand's not working very well today, as long as we stay with Johanna's tracing, then we're not too far out. And this is the minute it comes to life now, where if you have gone over the line a little bit, you can almost stay with the outside line, and then you can manipulate those lines. So by the time you've finished, you don't really have a difference. Now, you're supposed to hold it completely vertical, but so I'll just go over what I've done so far, and then you can see that you can fill this beautiful ivory paper with Johanna's designs, and you don't have to worry about a background. Now, I wouldn't put my hand on it because it might smudge a little bit, but oops, I have a bungle behind me. This is why the dog sofas have gone in the new room. Oh, thank you, Bungle. Do I really want you on my shoulder? Hello, darling. Oh, hello. I can't see what I'm doing. Excuse me. Thank you. Tail. Thank you. We can't see. I know I don't really want a kiss. Thank you. You're going to sit there. Have you smudged it? Oh. Never work with animals and children. So, oh, I may be running out of ink. Oh, I haven't filled it for quite a long time. Yep, I've run out of ink. So you can see that there isn't much difference. But what I can show you, oh gosh, yes, just just a moment. So the lovely thing about the pens are, every time I open one, and I've had one since I was 16, so I've had it almost 40 years. This particular set is not an original. You get in here the ink on the laptop. Thank you, boy. So our beautiful little bungle is getting bigger. So what we do is, this shouldn't be done with a cat, I don't think, but never mind. Take the top off. Oopsie, can't do it with bungle about. Take the top off, and it has another lid, but we don't take that off. We just want the nozzle one. Should really have a baby wipe handy, but we'll do this. We'll do this, and you could. I just do it really carefully. Let a bit of air go back in. Thank you, bungle. I don't really want you there just at this moment. Whoops, that was wrong. Right, put the lid on that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Put that down. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Now then, because that's got ink, what you have to do is point that away from your work, preferably in a tissue. And if it squirts, it goes in the tissue, which it did. It went all over me. And then we'll pop that lid back on. And then we'll use a square bit. Got a little pen in there, and perfect again. How quick was that? Just have to make sure that your lid's on your ink and the cat's not sitting on everything else. And we can go straight back to carrying on. Just make sure that you didn't splay any ink about, and then just very carefully follow your lines. It's always difficult tracing over traces, but we'll just do our best. And then you really want a nice action, so you need to turn so you've got the curve of your arm, because otherwise it'll never come just perfect. Now, I've been naughty. You normally use this pen like a rotary, completely vertical, but my pens are used to me using them like this. And what it is, it's a tube with a very fine, it has a very, very, very fine piece of wire through this tube basically, and the ink flows down the wire, which creates this gorgeous forever line. And this is what I used to do all my line drawings with. And oops, what are we doing, bungle? So we can just keep going and naturally flow that down to there. You don't really want to put your hand on it if you can help it, because it will smudge. But after a few minutes, by the time I've finished and gone back round, I can just watercolour straight over that if I want to. It's Indian ink, it's permanent, it's archival, it's everything else it's supposed to be, it's what you draw with. Now, I'm a bit out of practice and my hand's a bit off today, so my lines are not quite as nice as Johanna's. Because her curves would be natural flow, not copying somebody else. You can get the general idea of how by playing and manipulating sorry, I just wondered why somebody was knocking, but bless her. So my eldest is back from uni. For Christmas, so and I'm going to put another berry there, but that one's going to come out there, I think. Oops, now you see I tried to draw one of my own and I've made a boo-boo because it's not a Johanna's. Hopefully we won't notice that one. And then we'll follow this down here. So that's why it's always a good idea to follow, because it's so difficult. And I've done it again. You see, this is my doodle that I did years ago. Completely different to Johanna's, and there's the Alfie, who's banned at the moment from this room. So if I pan out a bit, you'll be able to see there's a slight difference because my hand isn't brilliant today. It's not good, but it's once it's all filled in, it should look pretty okay. And this particular one, I'm doing the graphitint, but I'm not doing the same as last year's like this. It's graphitint, but I'm going to be using it as in a pencil form, so it's going to be quite grungy at a pencil form. So that's the end of part 2 of Johannas Christmas, tracing and extending and altering the pages. Thanks for watching.